Get your reactions ready. The live portion of the show will begin in just a moment.
High fly ball, deep center. Varsho back. He's on the track. He's at the wall. See ya!
Today is May 18th, and it's the final game of a four-game set between the Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Yankees have taken 2 out of the first 3 games in this series, and they look to nasty Nestor Cortez Jr. to try and get the series win. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Guys, this was a big win for the Yankees. To battle it out with the Rays, to wipe out your bullpen, and then come to Toronto and face a team that, for all intents and purposes, hates your guts. These guys hate the Yankees, and the Yankees hate them. And to win 3 out of 4 on their turf, literally, outstanding. Enormous MVP caliber series from Aaron Judge. Clutch night from Aaron Hicks, who's going to get a lot of recognition tonight. And some big performances from a very tired bullpen. Not to mention, another home run in a big spot from the kid, Anthony Volpe, who is on pace to have a 2040 season. And against all odds, the Yankees won a crucial series. It's hard to win a 4-game series, especially on the road. If you talk to players, they'll tell you they hate playing a 4-game series because you almost always split 2-2. Well, the Yankees needed to win 3 out of 4, and they came really one big hit yesterday away from sweeping 4 out of 4. This team is playing with a noticeable edge since Harrison Bader and Aaron Judge have come back. We're getting Luis Severino back this weekend. Tommy Kahnle was on a rehab assignment today. Now, there are some pieces of bad news. In case you missed it, Ian Hamilton is going to be out for a month, so the Yankees got to figure that out. They got to replace him. That hurts. Also, Jose Trevino got placed on the injured list with a hamstring strain. Yankees called up Ben Rortvedt, confirming, in theory, although I didn't see him, that he does, in fact, exist. He didn't play in this game. I feel like one of those flat earth guys who sees a picture of the earth and it's round in space and says, nah, he doesn't exist. Also, Tommy Kahnle could be back soon. I think you're going to see, he threw today. He's probably going to get a day off, and then he'll throw either one more, solo outing, or he'll throw 2 in a row, like 2 days in a row, and then get a day off. And then they'll bring him back. My guess is you'll see him on the next homestand. But anyway, Aaron Judge just continued tonight. The man is unbelievable. The man is absolutely... Two-run home run to kick off the game in the first inning. 12th of the season. 4th home run of the series, of the 4-game series. And the other night he broke the maple leaf. Tonight he came about 2 feet away from breaking the center field camera. That would have been historic. That would have been up there with when Randy Johnson assassinated that bird. It's amazing how small Aaron Judge makes these major league ballparks look. I was watching the Orioles this afternoon, and Adley Rutschman hit a pretty long home run, and the announcers went absolutely ballistic. It went 424 feet. Yeah, it was a bomb. It had a nice shape to it. That one's going in the out-of-context reel, I'm sure. But it went 424 feet, and they went crazy. And I'm thinking Aaron Judge hits one 450 almost every night. The dude is not human. Not human. Blue Jays did answer right back with a home run off of Nestor Cortez by Bo Bichette. And the way Nestor's been pitching, I'm just like,
oh, shit.
Here we go again.
But Nestor bounced back. He settled in. And Nestor's going to get a lot of recognition tonight. He did a great job. He's had some issues the last couple of starts, but I think tonight was a huge step for him against a good lineup. Both pitchers settled in. Top five, Aaron Hicks hit a line drive back at Berrios and hit him. He was okay. Wasn't hit that hard. Aaron Hicks usually doesn't hit it that hard. But Berrios stayed in the game, to his credit. Nestor got through the fifth inning without any problems. That had been a concern coming in. In the sixth inning, Aaron Judge hit another ball that just missed being a home run. It hit the very top of the wall in center field.
Oh, there goes gravity.
They initially ruled it a home run, but it was overturned. Dude needs to get in the weight room. What can I say? Aaron Hicks made it 3-1 with a big 2-out hit in the top of the seventh. Good night for him. That knocked Berrios out of the game. And Nestor was done after a walk to lead off the seventh inning. I think it's safe to say he bounced back, confident that he would, and he did. I think that he had some problems dating back to when he had strep throat. Sometimes you feel healthy, but your body isn't quite ready to, go that next level that you need to go to as an athlete. And he wore down a couple of times late in the game, or really middle of the game. The last couple of times out. But tonight, he looked back to, being what he is. And he was more aggressive with his fastball. Overall, very nice night from Nestor Cortes. Final line, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. ERA on the season still over 5. It is 5.21. But I think that's going to be dropping rapidly after tonight. Yankees bullpen is absolutely depleted, absolutely tattered, and they somehow walked one of those high wires today. You ever seen that movie where the guy walks the rope in between the two World Trade Center buildings? I think it's called Man on Wire. That's what the Yankees bullpen did tonight. Ryan Weber, Albert Abreu, Ron Marinaccio, and Marinaccio's been horrible lately. Absolutely horrible lately. As you see, we got some new Judge merch up there. And he got it done. Pretty much an easy ninth inning. Really the most stressful moment was a bases loaded 1-out situation. Vladdy came in to pinch hit. He hit a sac fly to center field. Has cut the score to 3-2. A play earlier, though, I want to mention this. There was a situation where Aaron Hicks was in left field, and he made a great throw to the cutoff man to prevent a run. And I just felt like that deserved a little bit of mentioning. He had a really solid night. Top 9, I tweeted that we needed Anthony Volpe to turn on one right here. And turn on one is something that you'll hear baseball coaches say to people when they're, we want you to go deep right here. There are situations when you don't want somebody to swing for the fences, right? You want somebody to look for that base hit, find, the open part of the field and hit it through and, pick up a hit with runners in scoring position. But there are times when there's nobody on base and you need an insurance run and you're looking for a pitch to drive. And I saw that coming. I said, Volpe has got to hit a home run right here. He's got to be looking for that 99-mile-an-hour fastball inside. And if he gets it, he's got to turn on it and smoke it. And he just barely kept it fair.
That ball is high.
Big home run for the kid.
Anthony Volpe, a spectacular
Most impressive.
I got to say, poised beyond his years to know that that's the situation to take a nice big home run cut, to know what to look for, and to hit it out of the ballpark. 7th home run of the year. So, kid's playing great. Hicks followed up with a double. I see a lot of votes for Hicks for the belt. Marinaccio came in and closed it out. And baby, that is how you do that. The Yankees win 3 out of 4 from the division rival, Toronto Blue Jays.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
Parks says best game for Hicks since his 3-run home run game against the Astros last year. You know what? I agree. But I got bad news for Aaron Hicks. He does not get sole ownership of the belt tonight. Tonight's one of those rare nights where the entire team pitched in. You got a great outing from Cortez, Judge with the big home run, Hicks contributing 3 hits tonight, and the bullpen being lights out despite being worn out, and then Anthony Volpe with the big home run late. Team belt. The rare team belt. I felt like I had to break it out tonight. This was the most team effort win, I think, that we've had all season. Look, we've had some blowouts. We've had some games that were over early. We've had some games where we hit 3 or 4 home runs. We've had a couple of walk-offs. But this was the game of the year. And the reason why is because the Yankees had no business winning this game with the bullpen that they threw out there tonight. Weber, Abreu, and Marinaccio, who's been horrid lately, combined for 3 scoreless innings and just 1 hit and 1 walk. Taz says, credit to Boone for the good management. We have to be fair. Yankee fans, they're tough but fair. I agree with you. Copenhagen Wintergreen says, Hicks 3-hit night means he's here until he retires. Joe Higashi says, team spirit. And Raleigh says, we demand a recount for Hicks. It's rigged. Look, this was a team effort, and this was one of the truly joyous games for me to watch this season, and for me to have a post-game recap of. Coming off of really one of the more devastating games last night, you can tell when I don't like a game because I'll keep the podcast extra short. When I rant and rave, which happens a couple of times a season, not usually, but a couple of times a season. When I rant and rave, that's different. You know, that's pissed. That's passion. I can do that all night until my voice gives out, which it usually does after about 25 minutes. When I'm sad after a game and I cut the podcast a little short and you see a 17, 18-minute podcast because the Yankees didn't score and looked lifeless, that's my low point. Those are the toughest ones to do. Anthony Salufo says, hope the Yankees sweep the Reds.
Absolutely, hey.
Ethan says, what are your thoughts on Ben Rortvedt? Do you think he'll make his debut at the stadium? We don't know what to expect. So Ben Rortvedt was actually playing pretty well at AAA. He was hitting .324 with, I believe, 3 home runs. He's only about 25 years old, so he's only a couple of years older than Austin Wells. He's a very strong kid. He's got a good swing. I've always thought he had a good swing. He's never hit much, but I do believe that it's in there. I would compare him to kind of a Jake Bauers type, a guy he's not going to come up and hit .330. He's going to occasionally run into one. He's so strong that all he has to do is put the barrel of the bat on the baseball, and at Yankee Stadium, he will hit it out. You get the right launch angle, you'll hit it out. Let's go ahead and watch through the highlights together because this was a fun one. We got to watch this. Lord Raiden says, good relief pitching, and Nestor finally with a bounce-back start. Feels good. So this was the home run by Judge. Almost kills the cameraman. Look at this. Dude had to move his head. That would have been amazing if he destroyed the camera. You see the StatCast. 430 feet. So further than did I say Ashley? What's his name? Rushman. Adley Rushman. This was the home run from Bo Bichette. I hate Bo Bichette. He kills the Yankees. How many walk-offs has he had? This was a great pickoff by Nestor, and they get the runner at second. Nice throw from Rizzo. Nestor with a high cutter. Strikeout. This is Mr. Aaron Hicks picking up the loop single to drive in a big run. Looking satisfied with himself. And 99 on the inner part of the plate, and Volpe hits it right off the foul screen, or the fair screen, whatever you want to call it. I remember Don Mattingly and as we watch Aaron Judge's great highlights from this entire series, I remember Don Mattingly in that 95 finale to clinch the wild card game, hit one off the right field foul screen in Toronto. I'll never forget that. Whenever I see Toronto or this ballpark, I think of that moment, Mattingly pounding his fist in celebration. Frankie says, thoughts on Gary getting called up by the Mets? Hey, congratulations to Gary on getting back. The Mets need something because they're atrocious right now. But my opinion on Gary Sanchez stands. He is not a good catcher, and he doesn't have a high baseball IQ. He strikes out too much. He can't hit a slider. You know, he's not a good player, but I hope he does well. Sean Browning says, Rort Vet, the Yankee phantom. All right, let's take a look at the box score. So, a couple of multi-hit games tonight. Torres was 2 for 5 after going 0 for 5 last night. A lot of fans wanted to trade him this morning. I got a lot of comments wanting to get rid of Gleyber Torres. Aaron Judge, multi-hit game, couple of ribbies. That OPS is creeping back up towards its customary 4 digits. He's at 993. Gets a hit his next time up. It might be over 1,000. Rizzo, 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. I mean, you can't be the hero every night. LeMahieu, 0 for 4. Bader, 0 for 4. Bader's really cooled off down to 278. You remember, he was hitting about 450 for his first 2 weeks. Cabrera, 1 for 4. Hitting 205. I think Cabrera needs to get going. You know, he's in jeopardy of being replaced if the Yankees need a bat and being relegated to the utility role, which, honestly, that might suit him a little bit better. Volpe, 1 for 2 with the solo home run tonight and a walk. See, the OPS has climbed over 700, hitting 215. I still think he's going to hit 240, 250 this year. He's one guy that batting average to me doesn't matter all that much. I want to see him play good defense. I want to see him be comfortable. I want to see him cause havoc on the bases and steal runs like he did last week, I believe, against the Rays. I want to see that more from Volpe. Higashioka, 0 for 4. He might be getting a lot more playing time with Trevino down just because he's familiar with the staff, and the staff is familiar with him. Rortvet, though, I do believe will get some at-bats in Yankee Stadium with a chance to porch a few. Now, Cincinnati has always been a pretty good ballpark to hit in as well. Be interesting to see if he gets some at-bats in Cincinnati and if he can stay hot. He was hot in AAA. Nestor Cortez, let's get another round of applause for Nasty Nestor. 6 innings, a 2-run ball. That's what we're accustomed to from him. That's a 3 ERA, you know, and he's been around that for the last couple of years. Weber with a big night. Abreu with a dominant 8th inning, and Marinaccio closed it down. Gotta say, Yankees did a fantastic job this evening. Did I say Ryan Weber? Yeah, that's his name, right? Ryan Weber. Yeah. I thought maybe I misspoke. But Bronx Talk says Ryan Weber. When people leave simple comments like that, I'm always wondering, did I say something wrong? I don't have anybody whispering in my ear when I say something wrong. You know, on the game, every once in a while, you'll hear Michael Kay, you know, he'll call Rizzo Tino or something like that, and then he'll correct himself a minute later. It's because somebody's in an earpiece whispering, hey, you said Tino, dumbass, and I don't have anybody to do that, so I just have to kind of, the next morning when I'm watching the show and seeing how it went, be like, oh, you were being a dumbass. Yeah, you were being a dumbass. So last night I said that it was first and third when the walk-off home run happened. It was actually second and third, but it didn't change my stance. I still would have gone after the 2 hitters because they were, under 200 on the season. Randy says, don't look now, but the Yankees are only 6.5 back.
Absolutely. Hey. Bing.
Louis says, so Rortvet is a real person. And Pamela says, Jason homered today. I did not know that. You guys want to watch it together? I'm going to see if I can find, and Austin Wells hit a home run today too. I'm going to pull up the Somerset Patriots Twitter. Usually when somebody hits a home run, they will show a video of it. So Everson Pereira had a good night. Oh, okay, here we go. Jason Dominguez. They're showing kind of like a a replay of a side swing. Here we go. All right, I'm going to share this with you. Let's watch this. High fastball, 90 miles an hour. Won't see many of those in the major leagues. But a left-handed home run for Jason Dominguez. I'll take it. Thank you to Pamela for pointing that out. And she says it was a fucking rocket. Hey, look, the kid is for real. We saw the talent this spring. I don't know if he's going to make the major leagues this year, but the way that he hits strikes, you know what I mean? Like he takes close pitches and he hammers things that he's supposed to hammer. I feel very, very confident in him. And whenever he does make it, he's going to be outstanding.
Game over, man. Game over. I gotta get out of here.
Landon with the alien emojis. I love that. And Ian says he's got a good cut. He's got a great cut.
You gotta go.
Most impressive.
MSZ Film says Judge better be on his Jeter stuff and say, it's just the Jays. I love it. Landon Thompson says Austin Wells is going to look good in pinstripes. Dude is a stud. He's got a great swing, man. I tell you, somebody mentioned Kyle Schwarber on, I want to say it was either Twitter or Reddit. And since I saw that, it might have even been a YouTube comment. So if that happened, shout out to whoever said that, because I can't unsee it now. He has explosive bat speed, and he's got great execution with the hips. I mean, you throw him inside, you can't get in on him. He just rips those hips through the zone, brings his hands in. He's going to do some serious damage at Yankee Stadium. Keeps elevating the ball. Ian says it's our house now. That's all. Parkson says, where is Wells going to play? Well, he is a catcher. Right now we are down a catcher. We're bringing up Rortvedt. You know, Rortvedt's one of those guys that's been hurt a lot. And if Trevino's going to be out a month, Rortvedt doesn't last a month, I think you might see him. I think that's kind of when he's going to come up and be a catcher. Now, Jorge Posada wasn't a full-time catcher with the Yankees until he was about 25, 26 years old. Something like that. I think he got called up at 24, played a little bit more when he was 25, and then took over the role when he was 26. A lot of times catchers need a lot of innings in the minor leagues. Now, Posada was an odd case because he was converted from a second baseman. And apparently Austin Wells, was a case where they needed to do a lot of work. It was at the point where his arm was having issues. He couldn't throw anybody out. They liked that he was a good framer. But we've seen pretty good arm strength over the last couple of years. And obviously we know the bat can play. 6 home runs already. Sean Browning says, Vladdy is a crybaby.
I hardly agree.
And then UT says, Rortvedt deserves a chance in the bigs. He kind of missed 2022. Hey, look, no one deserves a shot. You have to earn it. You have to stay healthy, and you have to produce. He's come back, he's healthy, and he was producing at AAA, and that's why he's here. Gaming Kid Joe says, Hicks turning it around. This was such a good series for his confidence, especially to wrap it up Game 4 with a couple of big hits. He was heating up a little bit before he got hurt. I believe it was the hip injury. And now he seems to be heating up again. Wouldn't surprise me if he gets a lot of playing time in Cincinnati. They're not a great team. He might be able to do some damage, build some confidence. Eventually, if he reverts back to Aaron Hicks, I think his roster spot is going to be more valuable than he is, because he's not a good defender anymore. And the metrics say he's essentially awful. But look, good night for him tonight, and I hope he continues. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to call it an evening. We will see you tomorrow. We got a game against the Reds. Remember to hit the like and subscribe. Remember to subscribe on all of your podcast platforms and Instagram, and you can follow me on Twitter at NYY Recaps Derek. I don't do enough self-promotion. People say that I should promote myself more. It might help me grow faster. I always say that I'm kind of happy with the way things are. This is a fun little niche podcast. I love it. But if you do want to follow me on any of those platforms, if you do want to, follow, it will help, put some more ads into the show, which will help out everybody, including the people who work for me now. So appreciate it. I'll see you next time.
Ball game over.
Most impressive.